Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Zahab here from cryptonews.com, still buzzing at Consensus 2024 in beautiful Austin, Texas. Super pumped to be here with the one and only Rune Christensen, co-founder of MakerDAO. Mate, pumped to be with you today to get the ball rolling here. MakerDAO is a pioneer in DeFi. You guys are still around, still dominating the space. What are some of the key factors behind your guys' success?
So Maker is the world's largest decentralized stablecoin project. And yeah, we're super old. We're one of the oldest blockchain projects in the space with a very long track record of stability, security. I mean, that really is the core thing that Maker's always offered with our product, the DAI stablecoin, right? It's a stablecoin, it's stable, it's secure, it's built on blockchain. So it has all the benefits of transparency, resilience of blockchain. And then we've just kept that track record going and grown it over the years. So now there's more than 5 billion DAI in circulation.
Crazy.
And the project is now earning 300 million per year in revenue. It really all ties back to that there is this sort of solid technology behind it with crypto and blockchain. And we're offering that in the form of a stablecoin that also has a native yield.
Yep.
Right. So with DAI, you can get the DAI savings rate at 8%. Billions of dollars are taking advantage of that all over the world, except for the US.
Yep.
And this is very popular, and it's sort of like the key, the essential thing you can do with DeFi is savings and yield. But where we're going next is we need to make it much, much easier to use.
I love that. When it comes to TradFi folks, and my friends will ask me this as well, my network, my non-crypto network, when I tell them that there's an opportunity to make, like you said, 8 ticks, an 8% with a super safe stablecoin, they almost think it's fugazi. Because in TradFi, getting 8%, unless interest rates are super high, it just doesn't happen. When normies come up to you and ask you, how the heck do you guys give 8%, what do you tell them? How do you walk them through that?
Well, so it really works by Maker, because it's decentralized, but also has had this approach of focusing on usability, focusing on sort of on making it a practical, the best possible product. What we're doing is we were the first to tap into what's called real assets, right? Yeah. Which basically just means normal stuff, right? TradFi assets, traditional assets. So now what Maker does is, with the DAI stablecoin, the system is basically allocating the underlying assets between TradFi assets like treasuries, but also things like real estate, some small amount of exposure to real estate, and then crypto assets, so like collateralized crypto lending, and then also the basis trade, which is kind of the really big thing right now, right? Like the perp yield basis trade, which is it's very advanced, very complicated. As a user, you don't have to worry about that because it's all over collateralized. So it's these like tranches of junior capital kind of protecting Maker from loss. But right now, it's just the crypto markets are still not very efficient. So you can just get these unreal yields, and I mean, over time it's going to go away. It's going to be compressed because projects like Maker will scale it up, especially because we have this amazing backend. What we're doing next is, like I said, it's all about making it easier to use, just bringing it out to everyone, because I mean, it is so great, right? People will be like, whoa, you can get 8%, you can get these things, like, they don't know about it yet because it's still hard to use.
Exactly.
Even something like Maker's hard to use, right? So what we are doing in Maker to deal with this is called Endgame. So that's this big transformation. I mean, that's what I'm hearing Consensus, endlessly talking to media, doing talks, all this stuff. We're all preparing for what's coming with Endgame, which is this huge transformation that's going to make all of these advantages much, much easier to use, and just focus on growing it and scaling it by keeping it simple and delivering sort of all the advantages of DeFi to out to more regular people. They shouldn't have to be crypto experts.
Well said. What does the future of DeFi look like in your eyes? Of course, we need to remove all the friction, way too much. It's way too difficult to use. What does the future of DeFi look like, and how can we onboard normies to Web3?
Yeah, so I really think that, again, the potential is there. The technology is there. We have the ability to do real assets to get amazing yield. And the core thing is, like you said, it is making it easy to use. What we're doing with Endgame is how we make it easy to use is we are we are making the ultimate money app for saving and growing your money that will be available, and that's sort of the big thing that's launching. And to support that, we're even rebranding the entire project. So we're going all in.
And it's called Endgame.
That's just the current, basically, terminology referring to this whole process of kind of the Endgame is like a very broad overhaul of the entire project that brings us to this final state where it has resilience and sort of the scalability, and the sort of underlying structure is as good as it can possibly be. But then for the user, it's just drop dead simple. Easiest place to save and grow your money. And yeah, like with an amazing brand that hopefully everyone will love when we reveal it in a couple of months. But then, to your question about like what can we do beyond that, right? We've got to make it really simple.
Yeah.
It needs to be super secure. It needs to be super simple. That is kind of the baseline that we're putting in place, right? And to kind of then take it further from there, right? If that's not enough for you, right? What we will be offering in the Endgame app that's coming, right, with the new branded stablecoins and basically there's a very simple user experience for saving and growing your money, is something unique that is only possible with DeFi, and that is that when you save your money with us with the Endgame app, just like today, you can get the cash yield. That's of course still going to be available. It's going to be sort of the main feature.
Yep.
But if you want something a bit more exciting than that, you can do something called sub-DAO farming.
Sub-DAO farming.
Yeah, which is token farming, right? So it's a kind of classic DeFi concept that is not being done as much anymore. But the basic idea is you can get tokens in interesting cryptocurrencies, DAOs. You can get those as your yield when you save money. But the big difference with us is that these tokens that you're getting aren't just like random tokens. They are sub-DAOs. And what sub-DAOs are is they're like spin-offs from the core maker.
Gotcha.
Right? So the first sub-DAO is called Spark. It's like a very anticipated new DeFi project. They haven't even fully launched yet, but they're already the 9th biggest DeFi protocol in the world by TVL. Yes, called Sparkland. That's sort of the main offering. But Spark also is sort of spinning off the entire RWA function of Maker as it exists today. All of that will sit inside Spark. So you have, and the key value unlock here is that now you have a much more focused project with a much more focused community only on how to do the asset allocation, how to generate the yield. That's like the core focus, right? And then there's a token, the Spark token. And the way we sort of bring this back into growth is that this token, the way you get that is you just go in the Endgame app, save and grow your money. Do you want to get a cash yield? It's nice and simple and easy, and it's going to be a very effective yield. That's great. Or do you want to get exposure to something like Spark
with the higher yield?
That you could, basically what you will get is a higher yield that will be more variable, right? Because it's a more volatile token. But there's a potential that Spark could take off in the future, and you can be a part of that.
Yeah.
Having that be a part of that potential, right? And the key thing is, so what we're basically doing here is we're offering, first of all, it's easy to use, it's really secure with a long track record, but we're giving you that exciting crypto experience, right? Tokens, upside potential, something that's a little bit more than just this is not just a boring banking experience, right? There's something that you can make decisions around what sub-DAO do you believe in, because there will be many of them. Spark is just the first one. Yeah. But all of this excitement and fun and sort of gamified experience, it's still just a stablecoin. Right. Like you're not taking extra risk. You're not going to lose your principal or like get hacked or something. Like it's at the core, it's Maker offering its stablecoin and just giving you different sort of flavors of how do you want to get the yield on that stablecoin. And that's something I think really has the potential to sort of like we're not just making it simple and secure as always. We're adding something unique that might be for some people sort of the carrot that can get them really to get into crypto and adopt something like this.
Well said. Last question here, Rune. Obviously, you're very passionate about DeFi. That's what you guys do. It's your bread and butter. What other areas of crypto get you excited present day? You spoke about RWAs a couple times just over the last 10 minutes. Deepin. Anything else that really gets you going?
Right now, I'm really excited about CK computation.
Yep.
Yeah. So, it's been around for 10 years, right? I never really looked into it because I was like, I don't understand it, and it seems like it'll never actually work, and so on. And it's still we're still actually far away from CK meeting its real potential. But I only now have I started to fully understand the scalability potential, where you can have decentralized systems where every single new computer added to the system sort of compounds the overall computational power of the system. Instead of classic blockchains, they slow down when you add more, when you make it a little bit bigger. With properly implemented CK, you can actually speed up the blockchain as you add more computers. And that to me feels a bit like magic. And actually with Endgame, very far, so don't get overwhelmed by this, but it's a very, Endgame, as you can hear from the name, it's a very long process, right? It's gonna get us to a point where now there's nothing more that can be improved. And one of the very last steps is actually building the Maker L1, basically. So an L1 to sort of be the hub for the whole multi-chain expansion of the system. We're looking at all the different technology stacks, but potentially, if we wait long enough and it turns out the technology is mature enough, it would be really cool to be able to build this blockchain as one of these kind of built from the ground up to take the full advantage of the really, really crazy things that are possible with zero knowledge.
So cool. We might be getting a Maker L1, folks. Rune Christensen, the one and only co-founder of MakerDAO. Appreciate your time, my friend. What an incredible conference, guys. Day 3 here at Consensus 2024 from Austin, Texas. Hope you guys enjoyed this content. As always, do go follow Rune and MakerDAO on socials and online. Follow us at CryptoJuice as well. Hope you guys are enjoying the content, and we'll talk with you guys soon. Well done, mate. He's going to get some B-roll.
Thanks.
Great talk, though.